What's up, guys? It's Joe here from buildassetsonline.com, and I don't have Mike with me today, so I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you an interesting story about, as the title says, how dropshipping saved our authority hacker niche site with the help of John Dykstra from FatStacksBlog and Jim and Ricky from Income School. Now, this video isn't intended to promote anyone. There's no affiliate links associated with this video, and it's not intended to hate on anyone either. Sorry about the dog in the background. Just because the authority hacker, it was actually the authority site system course, didn't work for us in a way, in the way that we'd hoped. I'm not the type of person that goes out and says like, this course sucks. I could have done something wrong, or I don't know. SEO is a complicated topic, so I don't want to throw any hate out there. It could have just been luck. I could have. You'll see when we get into the numbers, but basically what happened was, so we bought the authority site system and we started to build an authority site, or like a niche site, like kind of like an Amazon affiliate site. So we did all the work as they recommend in the course, followed it step by step, which if you're going to get any course, always follow it step by step. Do it all the way through until you see results. And what happened was so we started this in January 2017. And for those of you who do niche sites and authority sites, there's like a Google sandbox window of like 3 to 6 months where they won't like show if it's a new domain or they won't show anything. Your site won't get traffic for like 6 months basically. So that's what happened. We put out a bunch of articles, built a bunch of white hat links, mainly with outreach, with like reaching out to other bloggers and saying, hey, I wrote this great article, can you link to it from your article about related topic, blah blah blah. So we did a whole bunch of that, and no results for 5 months. And what happened was, as soon as we got out of, I'm gonna pull this, show you guys on the laptop here. Nothing was happening, whatever, we were getting a little discouraged, but as soon as we got out of the Google sandbox, our traffic just went whoosh, like straight up. Like, we went from like 0 to almost like to over 1,000 visitors a day within like, I don't remember exactly, but it was like a very short time period. So I'm going to show you that this is on Ahrefs. The traffic estimates, they're not exactly accurate. The site currently gets around 30,000 visitors a month, if not a little bit more, but it shows it as 10. So let me just make sure you guys can see this. So this is our first authority site, niche site, whatever you want to call it. This is as soon as we got out of the Google sandbox, built a bunch of links, and then just straight down. And I had no idea what had happened. And as you could see, it's been kind of a long journey to get it back to where we are right now, which is, now it's getting around the same, like 30,000 visitors a day. And we've started, multiple other sites. We bought another site during this time period, but this was just the first one. I think I know a lot more about SEO now and the strategies behind a niche and authority site. So after the crash, like, honestly, I had no idea what had happened. I thought we got a Google penalty. I was in there with the disavowing certain backlinks that I didn't know where they came from. Like, I still, to this day, even though I managed to get the site back up to around where it was, it's actually getting a little more traffic than, we've had some of our best days ever recently on that site. Even though I still don't know why that original crash happened. Like, I couldn't tell you. I've asked multiple people. I haven't gotten a diagnosis that I felt was accurate and a way to fix it. So where does dropshipping come into all this? Because, during all this time, we're working on this, but we're still growing the dropshipping stores. And the dropshipping stores are doing really well at this point. I mean, this site is almost, it's insignificant to us in terms of, like, our total, like, online portfolio. But, it bothered me because I thought it was like understanding how to grow and maintain an authority and a niche site is like a big part in our view of owning an online portfolio. So I really wanted to get this to work. Mike did too. So after the crash, we're like, I don't know, maybe first we tried, like I said, disavow file. We tried fixing some stuff with the internal linking, deleting content that we thought was bad, updating content. There may have been stuff we did wrong. We did a whole nother guest posting campaign where we got some really, really high quality backlinks to some big commercial pages, to legit white hat edu links, but nothing would move the needle. Like nothing, no matter what I did in terms of linking or like fixing the site and anything like that. So I started watching these guys on YouTube called Income School, and the way they do SEO is much less technical than people like Authority Hacker would do it. Income School is just like, I don't even think they use any keyword research tools. At least when I got their original course, they're not teaching that. Basically just use the autocomplete to come up with a good topic and cover it the best you can. Now I'm not saying that that's a bad method or a good method, but we actually had bought coaching from John Dykstra from FatStacksBlog.com. He just like everyone else, he didn't really give me like a good assessment of like what went wrong with the site. Like I still don't know that, but he's like, hey, why don't you guys like just keep putting out content, like scale it up, like, because that's a lot about that's a lot of what he does. Is he basically has mastered the art of getting content mass produced, and so that's essentially the road we went down. And we kind of tweaked it a little bit, using kind of some of the keyword research tools or methods that Income School taught, because we made a lot of other smaller sites during this time and had success with them. But we had to wait for them to get out of the sandbox. We weren't sure what was working. But yeah, so kind of combining the way Income School thinks about researching articles, to spark ideas, and then the way the FatStacksBlog, John, comes up with a huge list of topics and keywords and generates them in mass. We kind of combine those two things, and that is the only thing that that's basically what brought the site back from the brink of collapse. We just kept putting out content, and I started to notice that as Google started to rank us for stuff that we like new stuff, then our old stuff would go up too. So I think there's a lot of truth to the fact that the more traffic you get, the more traffic you will get, and whether that has to do with crawl budgets or that could be a way of how Google determines your site authority beyond page rank and backlinks and something like that. So what does this have to do with dropshipping? Because if we didn't have our dropshipping sites as the foundation of our online portfolio, which get cash flow in as little as 2 weeks, and we're able to basically bankroll this site, to get it to cash flow positive, or right now it's breaking even because now we're back investing in it. We're just investing whatever it makes every month to keep trying to grow it. But if you don't have that foundation of income online, it's, in my opinion, and I've said this in other videos, such a bad idea to start it with an SEO based site, because it takes so long to see what happens with the work you put in. Like I said, you're gonna wait that 6 months to come out of the Google sandbox. In our case, something, I don't know what went wrong, something went wrong as soon as we got out of the Google sandbox. And we didn't, like, what do you do? Like, what are you doing during those time periods? Like, you need a foundation of cash flow to support this, so you can test stuff and try it out. And that's why we're so big on drop shipping the way we do it, high ticket, high quality, just because you can build a solid foundation of cash flow where you can reinvest into these super passive sites and not have to be worried about taking the income from them, and then worried about a Google penalty and all that kind of stuff. So long story short, follow the authority site system course. I know it's been updated since we followed it, so I don't know if much has changed. And again, maybe I did so. It's not Gael or Mark's fault. It just, something could have happened. Google could have changed their algorithm, or something was tweaked with our competitors that caused the crash. I'm not like blaming them in any way. I'm not saying that you shouldn't check out their stuff, because I still like Authority Hacker. I still listen to the podcast and read the blog, and they come out with some great stuff. But the point is, we were able to leverage the keyword research and the content production methods taught by FatStacksBlog and Income School with the cache of our dropshipping sites to bring the site from going down all the way to now it's on a huge upward trajectory. So if you didn't know, there's actually a free course you can get in the description called the Online Assets Playbook, where we get into how we build an online assets portfolio from zero to being worth over $1 million. And it all starts with that foundation of getting the cash flow from dropshipping, just because you can get it so fast. You can throw up a store so easily, and then you don't have to worry about how you're going to fund your content sites, or niche sites, or your authority sites. So that's my story for the day, guys. Hope you found it valuable. Don't forget, hit the like and subscribe button if you want to get more videos just like this one. And have a great day.